So we are live now. I'll start with your introduction. First of all, thank you for joining Aditya today with us. Aditya JM is a senior software engineer with expertise in embedded system, AIML, and aerospace. He brings a wealth of experience from companies like Bharat Forge and Tata Elxsi. In this session, he will explore the convergence of embedded systems in AIML, highlighting its significance for startups and future of technology. If anyone of you who have joined us today want to ask any question in between of this session, they can simply drop their question in our Q&A box and we'll be answering them. So Aditya, over to you. You can start.
Yeah, thank you. Hope my screen is visible.
Yes, your screen is visible.
Yeah. So, thank you. I am thrilled today to talk about something that is redefining the industries and creating the endless opportunities, especially for the startups. So, as a embedded system, have always been a backbone of modern technology, powering everything from your microwave and self-driving car to the missiles and satellites. But with the integration of AI and ML, these systems are becoming the smarter, faster, and more capable than ever before. For the startup, this is not just a technology trend. It will be a game changer. It's also it's an kind of an opportunity to innovate the things using AI and ML in embedded, and also to build a solution that we are once we considered which is impossible. uh, Also, considering all this, also this integrating AI and ML to the embedded systems comes with its own set of challenges. So that we'll be addressing in this session. So in our coming slides. Uh, so in this session, today we will explore these following topics, from the basics of uh, embedded systems and their intersection with the AI and ML, and why this technology is critical for startups, and what are the key hardwares, softwares, and the frameworks which are driving frameworks which are going to drive these innovations, and some few examples of real world applications, where we can pitch into it, and where our the future trends and opportunities we are looking forward, and business takeaways for the startups. So without taking much time, so let's dive right in and begin the understanding of the foundation. So coming to the introduction part, just a few, one or two few slides will explain the very basics and the fundamentals of an embedded systems and AI and ML. So coming to the embedded systems, as a name itself, it is a specialized computer systems designed to perform a dedicated task or a function within a system. So unlike to the general purpose computers or a system, these are very optimized to the a specific task and are constrained with its own terms of power, processing capabilities, and the memory with the sizes of SRAM, DRAM, and its peripherals to be connected, and the protocols to be in the system, which are will be very constrained, optimized, and which are selected for a specific application or a task. So coming to the key features, which are, as I told, it is in a specialized functionality. It will perform only a specific function, and which will obviously a real-time performance. And as I told, it will be resources will be constrained in terms of memory, power, processing capability, peripherals, protocols, communication, IO, GPIO pins, and all. So, and always embedded system will be in a compact and energy efficient systems, and which always be highly reliable. So a few examples for your embedded systems, maybe the microcontroller in your washing machines, fridge, televisions, everyday usable things in your home. And sensors in healthcare devices like CT scan, ECGs, X-ray, many healthcare devices. Also, control systems in automotives and avionics like engine control unit, fully authorized digital engine control for jet engines, and radar systems, infotainment systems of your automobiles. Everywhere you can see the embedded systems. So now next we'll see a fundamental of an AI and ML. The AI is a simulation of an human intelligence and uh, processed by the machines. It includes the reasoning, learning, problem solving, and decision making, where ML is a subset of AI, which enables a machine to learn from the data and make the decision or predictions without being explicitly programmed, unlike this microcontrollers or embedded systems. So some of the key concepts in machine learning are supervised learning, where training a model on a labeled data. Example for this is predicting the house price, which is in a real-time example. So next one is unsupervised learning, where the system has to be identify the pattern in unlabeled data, like the in a customer segmentations area. So last one is a reinforcement learning, learning by interacting with the environment and receive the feedback. For this example, maybe the game playing AI. So next, so we saw the basics, fundamental of embedded system as well as in the AI and ML. So what is the purpose or main thing we should want to, why we should integrate the AI ML with the embedded systems means the integration of AML to the embedded system has revolutionized how devices will operate and optimized in its own functionalities. And also the embedding the intelligence, the system can analyze the data, make the decisions, and execute the task independently. So some of the benefits by integrating these embedded systems with the AI and ML are like it will enhance the functionalities, like the device recognizes the patterns, make the predictions, and adapt to the changing the conditions. And the systems will be a real-time decision making. So on decision, AI process the data locally in its own and reduces the latencies. And also these systems will improve the efficiency in terms the automation will reduce the manual interventions and improve the resources utilization very effectively. And coming to the scalability, these systems, intelligent embedded systems, can be scaled across the IoT networks. So these are the advantages or the benefits when we integrate the embedded systems, current embedded technology systems with the AI and ML. So next is so then what is the difference between currently the traditional embedded systems and one with the embedded system which is integrated with the AI? So in terms of functionality, the traditional embedded systems are pre-programmed and fixed functionalities, where the AI integrated embedded systems will adaptive and dynamically learns from the data. And in terms of a decision making, traditional embedded systems will be rule based. Whatever we are written the code or whatever we are designed and programmed, because based on that it will take the decisions. Where the AI integrated embedded systems will uh, take the decisions based on the data which is coming as an input to it. Mainly, AI integrated embedded systems will take the decisions on based on the data driven. So coming to the handling of the data, which is a very minimal in traditional embedded systems in terms of and only the data processing will be there, very basics and minimal, wherein AI or integrated systems, it will be very advanced one with the data analysis, where the system has to predict the pattern detections and all which has to do. So for that, advanced data analysis will be there in integrated embedded systems. Coming to the flexibility terms, as usual, is a very specific. Embedded systems will be very limited, where AI integrated system should be high because it has to adapt to the new environments. So these are the key differences between uh, a traditional embedded system and AI integrated embedded systems. Then what is an evolution of an embedded systems with the AI and ML in the past is the limited to a simple control and monitor the task, which was in earlier days. So presently, the enhanced with the AI ML for smart applications, edge computing, and IoT integration. Future, it is coming with energy efficient AI, which is a tiny ML or neuromorphic computing, and autonomous systems will be the future evolution of integrated embedded systems. So this about the basic fundamentals or basics of an embedded systems and AI ML and advantages of integrating the embedded systems with the AI and ML. So next we'll see what is the importance of an embedded system integration with AI and ML for startups. So first, we'll think about the competitive advantages. The startup with their focus on the innovation can significantly benefits from the integrating AI/ML to the embedded systems. In the terms of competitive advantages, the innovative products which will be developed by the startups will allow them to develop a smarter, more feature-rich products compared to the traditional solutions which are there, and it will be a unique one. And with the intelligent solutions, it will be a usually the market differentiation when compared to the competitive markets. So the best example for this competitive advantages is a startup which is creating the AI-driven camera with the real-time facial recognition, offer a significant edge over a motion detection camera, a very conventional one. So like this, it will be a competitive advantage. And coming to the scalability and adaptive for the growth, uh, first one is an edge computing. Processing the data on devices reduces the reliance on the cloud infrastructure and saving the cost. Usually, the cloud infrastructure like AWS or Google Cloud will be having the huge cost to give the storage or to for processing the data in the cloud. So this edge computing will be as saving the cost for any startups. So AI and ML model adapts the new data, allows startup to expand this solution to the different market without re-engineering. So and embedded system can seamlessly integrate into the larger IoT networks. So example for this is a startup developing AI-powered wearable health devices can easily expand into the fitness, medical diagnostics, or in elder care markets. So next advantage for an startup in terms of an boosting the efficiency and cost efficiency in since it is an AI and it is a very smart, so the autonomous process will always reduce the operational cost for the because it is causing for the human interventions. So also these systems will optimize the resource usages and it always monitors, manage the resources like the energy and the raw materials effectively, which we are borrowing for the industries. And this AI can also helps in the forecasting the failures in the machines, which can reduce the downtime and maintenance cost. So like this, it will be the boosting the efficiency of any industries. So AI example, the AI based irrigation system for an agriculture can save the water and electricity, the energy, by optimizing the usage based on the weather and the soil conditions. So like this, the AI system can boost the efficiency, and it will also save the price for any industries. So coming to the next advantage for this is and the faster innovation and the prototypes. So this there are huge low cost hardware, affordable microcontrollers, and AI accelerators which are already available in the market, which can give which will be the very beneficial for a startup to start the innovations very fastly and do their prototyping effectively. So some of the affordable microcontrollers are mentioned here, and also accessible tools like open source frameworks, TensorFlow, Light and Edge Impulse, simplifying AI model development and deployment. Mm, so coming to the next advantage for any startup which will adopting to AI and ML embedded will be the attracting the funding and the partnerships. So nowadays the investors will always look into the innovations, are making the startup more will be the more attractive to the investors and the venture the capitalists. Also, many governments offers the functions for AI and IoT related projects. So governments will be giving the more fund nowadays on this AI based projects. Also, large companies or tech giants uh, are very shows their interest in partner with the startup who is working on embedded AI solutions. Mainly, they are looking for startups who will be part of an innovations. So this is the importance or advantages for startups when they are integrating AI and ML with the embedded systems. So coming to the hardware of an embedded AI and ML. So the choice of an hardware is an critical for an implementing AI and ML in embedded systems. It must balance the performance, power efficiency, cost, and scalability to meet the need of a specific applications. Coming to types of an hardware which are listed here for an embedded AI and ML. First one is a MCUs, a low power and a cost effective processor for a simple AI ML real time controls will be usable. So the popular MCUs like STM32, MC, Arduino H7, MSP430, Texas Instruments are mentioned here. So all after the MCUs, then will be the MPUs for larger real-time controls or for the image recognitions, which requires high processing capabilities, which can't handle by the controller. So a microprocessor will be the a key for it. Some of the available controller or processor developer boards like Raspberry Pi, BeagleBone Black will be useful for image recognitions and industrial applications. Next hardware is an AI accelerators. Accelerators are specialized hardware specialized hardware for an high performance AI/ML task, which more than a processor can do. Use it for application like computer vision and autonomous systems. So Google correlates TPU. and TensorFlow Lite models, NVIDIA Jetsons, are an AI accelerators. So next one is field programmable gate arrays for a specific AI ML task, mm, which offers the balance between the power, efficiency, and performance. Some often Xilinx UltraScale MP SoC is the FPGA development board which is available. So last one is a system on chip, combines the processing units, memory, peripherals on a single chip for do a specific AML task, uh, which will be the useful. Best example for this is in Qualcomm Snapdragon series, which we are seeing in our phones and all. So coming to the factors to be considered when choosing the hardware for your project or your uh, integration of embedded systems in AML. First one is a performance requirement. We should always know the compute capacity to handle the AML models, real-time processing capabilities of your controller or a processor, then how much power it is consuming, power consumption of your system, and which will be very critical for an battery operated or a low power devices. uh, Choose the power efficient hardware like MCU will be the key for this. So next one is a cost effective balance between the hardware cost and application requirement. We should always focus on it. So the selected hardware should support for the framework like TensorFlow, like or any other thing for to achieve the model compatibility. And always we should select our hardware so that we can ease to integrate into the IoT system in the futures, or which we have to select the hardware in terms so that we can expandability should be there for the future requirements. So these are the factors we should consider for choosing the hardware. So next, I have listed some popular development boards for an embedded AI/ML. So some of the uh, board as Raspberry Pi, which is used for an prototyping computer vision edge AI, and Nano 33 BLE for a wearable IoT device, which is very suitable for this application. NVIDIA Jetson Nano will be suitable for in robotics or AI-enabled drones. Google Coral development board will be for image processing or object detection, and STM32 for an industrial automation and sensor applications. BeagleBoard AI 64 for IoT and AI/ML prototyping. These are the available hardware which can easily adapt for your project, which will support all uh, available open source frameworks to do your prototyping very fastly. So coming to next, uh, so just now we saw the hardware, then we need to see the software, and we have selected the hardware for your project. Then we need to see how we can go with the software or frameworks for this. So software and the frameworks are essential for designing, training, and deploying the AML models in the embedded systems, because they have to simplify the complex tasks, optimize the model performance, ensure the compatibility with the a very resource constrained hardware. As I first told, the embedded system will always the resource constrained hardware. So coming to the categories of an systems and frameworks, AI/ML model development frameworks. So these frameworks allows developer to design, train, and fine tune the machine learning programs, which are the from of the frameworks which are available in markets are TensorFlow Lite, PyTorch Mobile, and EdgeImpulse. So next one is embedded AI/ML frameworks. These are the tools or specifically designed for deploying the AI/ML model on a microcontroller and or a resource constrained devices. So ONNX runtimes, Microterm will all the tools which are available, software tools or frameworks. So next one is data processing tools. The data should be pre-processing before it is feeding to the ML models. It is a very critical for preparing the data. So pandas and numpy will be used for cleaning and manipulation of data. So OpenCV will be used for image and video pre-processing data, and MATLAB offers the tools for signal processing and data analysis. So simulation and debugging tools like Keel will be there. So next one is a pre-trained models. So pre-trained model libraries are also available. One is an Hugging Face, which is a repository of an pre-trained LPL models, which are optimized for application like chat box, translations, and sentiment analysis, AI voice assistance, customer service automations. So Hugging Face is there. So like that, model zoo libraries are also pre-trained models of an computer vision, where this will be mostly used in object detections and recognition in any surveillance systems. So now we saw the embedded hardware and software and the frameworks. So next is how we can design our AI/ML solution for any embedded systems. So designing AI/ML solution for embedded systems should uh, requires a careful consideration of an hardware constraints. We have to look around what is the available memory, what is available pins in our selected hardware, and what is the software capability which we have selected for our specific project or a specific use case. And this process involves the multiple stages from defining a problem to deploying a model and ensuring its efficient operations. First and the foremost, we should understanding the problem. We should always clearly outline the purpose of AI/ML in our systems, like what the AI should do, the object detection, or what it should do for our purpose. So next one is identify the constraints. We always mark the constraints like the hardware limitations. We should know the latency requirement, the real-time processing of an our controller or a processor. So next one is a data requirement. What kind of an data access type? What is the volume of an data and the quantity of data needed for AI/ML model? We should uh, have to be taken care. Next one is in data collection and preparation. We should how we can collect the data, relevant data sets from the sensors or publicly available source. So that to be taken care or to train the models. So pre-processing data, we should do in the same thing for the preparation, data preparation. We should clean, format, or normalize the data for compatibility with the ML models. So next one is selecting the AI/ML algorithm. So we should choose the right model type based on the classifications for identifying the categories like defective or non-defective models, regressions, for the temperature forecast. We should go with the regression uh, for predicting the numerical values and all. So this is about the selecting the AI/ML algorithm. Next will be selecting algo based on clustering also for group similar of and data points, or deep learning, complex tasks like image recognition, speech processing. So based on this, our applications are we should select the AAML. So next one is a model training and optimization. So we should always train the model in terms of an quantization. We should do like convert the 32-bit model to 8-bit. Reduces the it will reduces the size as well as it will make the interface faster. And we should remove the unnecessary connections in the neural networks to reduce the complexities. Uh, and uh, these are the things for to train the model and make it as optimized. After that, we need to test the model. We should validate the model using the separate test data. Then we need to deployment of embedded system, convert the models into formats which is suitable for our microcontroller or a processor to process it. So we should select the hardware accelerators for that. Then integration with embedded software. So continuous improvements will cover the feedback loops we should always have for the systems. Then we should monitor the feedback, and also we should propose the updates to the softwares or in terms of an hardware. So these are the designing AML solution for an embedded systems. So hardware we saw, software we have seen the selection of a software. Then we saw the designing of an AML. Then thing is communication. The communication and then future for an IoT integration. So what are all the things we should see for this to achieve the communications? So integration of an communication protocol and IoT technologies in embedded AI ML systems enables the data exchange, remote control, real-time monitoring, and a seamless connectivity across the various devices. So the importance of an communication and IoT integrations will help in a seamless connectivity. The AI-enabled embedded system with the IO networks for data exchange, the real-time monitoring and control we should have. Then edge and the cloud collaboration will be there for balance the computation between the edge devices and the cloud servers. So coming to embedded system, the communication protocols for NDA and ML systems in between as usual in the two ways come in wired communication protocols, UART, SPI, I2C, Ethernet will be there. For wireless, it will be Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Zigbee, LoRa, 5G will be there. So some of the few IoT uh, protocols and standards are listed here. So MQTT for a low bandwidth and resource constraint devices, uh, constrained application protocol for and low power devices, HTTP, HTTPS for an IoT with cloud connectivity. WebSocket enables the bidirectional real-time communication between our devices and the servers. So few IoT platforms for an embedded AML will be the cloud platform, which will facilitates the data storage, preprocessing, and analysis. So the best example for cloud platforms are AWS IoT Core, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud Core. So next one is Edge computing platform, perform the AI interface and data processing locally on the devices, which will be the edge computing. So NVIDIA Jetson will do this. So some of the open source IoT platforms are like ThingsBoard, Node-RED, Eclipse IoT, will be the cost effective and flexible for a startup. So these are the communications and IoT integration. Uh, Next one is a real-time, real-world applications, which in currently in day-to-day life we are seeing. So coming to the industrial automation, the industrial 4.0, AI and ML power the embedded systems are driving the intelligence automations in our factories and industrial settings. The main key applications in industries are like it will uh, predictive maintenance, or AI can detect the wear and predict the failure of any machines or equipments in the industries using the ML algo. Uh, for example, the vibration sensors integrated with the AI models to predict the wearing failures in the motors. In industries, AI ML can embedded system can be used for a quality control. So AI vision system inspect the products uh, for the defects in the real time. So this is about the industries. Coming to the healthcare, AI and ML system enhances the diagnostics, patient monitoring, and also nowadays it is proposing the treatment for the any diseases. So key applications in healthcare industries will be the wearable devices, smartwatches with embedded AI can detect or predict any heart related diseases um, in healthcare. Also in X-rays, MRI, CT scans, AI powered portable ultrasound devices will be used as an medical imaging. Also in drug delivery systems, adaptive insulin pumps using an AI to calculate and deliver the precise dose of a medicine is used in a healthcare domain. Yeah, obviously, AI will be there in smart homes and buildings for an intelligent to create it as an intelligent environment. So basic key applications will be like energy management, like it can save the battery or it can uh, save the energy whenever that is not being in use. So also it will be used as an facial recognition doorbell rings and all for home or building securities. Also nowadays, Amazon Echo, Google Home will be there in a smart homes for an voice assistance. So coming to the automotive or transportation domains, so embedded AI will be more efficient, effectively used in a transportation domain for a safer and for improved efficiency in transportations. So the key applications in automotive or transportation domains will be the autonomous vehicles. Nowadays, every OEM is looking for an autonomous vehicle or an ADAS. So Tesla Autopilot uh, is having the AI for autonomous vehicle. And one more thing in automotive industries will be the fleet management. So AI will predict the vehicle maintenance needs and optimize the routes. So this is the key applications in the automotive and transportation side. So next field will be agriculture. Coming to agriculture, the key application is an precision farming, AI based precision farming. As I told, the smart irrigation systems, it will adjust the deliveries of and water or a fertilizer based on the soil conditions. So for crop monitoring, the AI-based drones will be there, which will having the AI vision cameras systems. It can detect the diseases of the crops in early stage. Also, it can detect the pests So this is about the agricultural application. Coming to retail and supply chain, though nowadays the smart shelves will be the trend in the current days. So where we can detect the stocks levels and automatically places the order. So nowadays the fridge which were in the market is also doing the same thing. It will also detect the stocks in the fridge level, and by auto it will automatically places the order through the Amazon Go stores. So next one is warehouse applications. The autonomous AI-based robots are used for sorting and packaging in a warehouse. So in consumer electronics, always we are seeing the AI-based mobile, smart TV, gaming consoles, and everything else. And coming to the energy and utilities, nowadays AI-based smart grids coming now, which can predict the energy demand and which can optimize the distribution of energy to the a- area through the smart grids. So also it will be AI will be used to manage the battery charging and discharging in energy storage. Also, AI and ML will be always there in the security and the surveillance field, which we are already aware. And coming to the last field, the aerospace and the defense. Nowadays, the UAVs, the unmanned aerial vehicles, which are coming with an AI control thing for the surveillance and all. So the UAVs will take the decision by itself whether to go to the particular point or not. Um, when it detected some suspicious activity, it will be doing the surveillance, like loitering there. So these are the key applications of an UAVs, which is AI embedded systems. So also it will be uh, helpful in recognizing the target uh, of an AI camera. So also flight management systems, AI assistance is there in for the navigations, uh, and anything will, if it is goes wrong, the system diagnostics uh, will be helped by the AI. So these are the real world applications of an embedded AI. Uh, So coming to challenges uh, and the solutions which we can face in implementing or interfacing the embedded systems to the AI and ML models. So the hardware constraints is the first thing, because the embedded systems is always the limited computational power, storage or a memory, anything. It is very difficult to execute the complex AI model on a resource constrained hardware. So this will be the first challenge uh, for anybody uh, to come up with. So then will be the compatibility issue will be there between AI frameworks and embedded platforms. So difficulty in integrating the pre-trained model into the embedded environments. So the solution for this is choosing an optimized AI model or an efficient controller or a processor or AI accelerators. So next challenges will be there in a power consumption constraint, since particularly for an battery powered systems. So we should choose a hardware with a low power AI/ML chips, and which are dynamic power management. So data constraints will be there, because every we should ensure the data privacy and secure the communication between the various devices. within the devices or with to the cloud. We should always protect our AML models from tampering or being reverse engineered. So solution for this is we should have a secure boot, and we should always have a feedback loop to give the firmware updates. So, and we should enable only authenticated software to run, and we can use the various data encryption technologies. So this will be the challenges which can come uh, in while integrating the AI and ML with the embedded systems. So coming to the next is an future trends and opportunities for startups. First one is in edge computing is a future thing which is coming up. So edge computing is nothing but expanding the local intelligence. So we need to shift from the cloud dependent AI for an edge computing. So locally, the system should handle this computing. So thereby it will enabling the low latencies and faster decision making and effective one. So like IoT, next will be the AIoT. So which is AI driven IoT networks, smart devices analysis the data locally and collaborate through the IoT frameworks. So next is a TinyML. TinyML is the implementation of an machine learning models and microcontrollers or for an ultra resource constrained devices. Okay, so next one is federated learning, running the AI ML models on decentralized data. Currently, all training will be in centralized data. We should achieve the decentralized one, enabling the privacy, preserving the AI and ML solutions will be there. Next one is an cloud computing. So integration with the embedded system for solving the complex AI solutions. So this is about the cloud computing. So another trend is an neuromorphic computing. So AI chips will mimicking the human brain architectures for an ultra efficient processing. These are the future trends where startups can work on it for this, getting the more and more opportunities. So So coming to last part of this is what are the business takeaways for any startups will be the investing in the talent, and they should hire the skilled engineers who can really put their effort in achieving the integration of VA and ML integrations, and always focus on the value. uh, then understanding the market needs. Startup must focus on addressing the specific pain points in the target industries by combining the embedded system with AI ML. So it should startup should work on research industry trends, identify the gaps where AI ML can solve the problems such as maintenance, as I told, predictive maintenance in manufacturing or smart monitoring in the healthcare and all. So always startup should target the high growth sectors, should focus on the industries with the high demand of innovations, IoT and 10 ML and all. So it should be the customer centric solutions. Uh, and action will be the conducting the market survey to understand the customer challenges will be the action step for this. uh, so and startup should always have the cost effective technologies. And, budget constraints are often challenges for the startups in early stage. So adopting the cost effective opportunities approaches is a crucial thing. So always startup can look for an open source frameworks utilizing the available, which is available in our open source libraries, uh, like as I told, TensorFlow Lite and all. So startup can go through with low cost hardwares which is available. Mm, then startup can focus on the scalability. Startup must design the system that evolve with the market demands and the customer growth. So, so these are the business takeaway for the startups uh, for this integration of an embedded system with AI and ML. So by focusing on the market needs, leveraging the cost-effective tools, and adapting to the sustainable practices, startup can create a unique space in competitive landscape of an embedded AI and ML. So this rapidly growing field is full of untapped potential. So uh, it will be a roadmap for a startup. So this will conclude my presentation. Mm, Hello. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Hi, Aditya.
Yeah.
So, are you done with the session?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any question from our attendees who are watching us? If you have any question, guys, you can drop the question in Q&A box. Or you can simply raise your hand. We can unmute you and you can directly speak with our panelists. I believe there is no question. We can wait for a minute or two.
Yeah, sure.
Guys, do you have any question? I think there is one question Dr. Sarvesh wants to ask. I am allowing him to speak.
Yeah.
Sarvesh, sir, you can go ahead.
Yeah, hi.
Hi. Hi, sir.
Hi, Aditya. Hi.
Hi, sir.
So I like your presentation. I just a quick question is there that what is the current challenge of AI and ML in security point of view for startups?
For startup in security point of view, currently it is a cloud computing.
Okay, great.
Yeah, cloud computing. So it's a where main chance is when tampering of a model,
Okay,
and that will be an issue. Or anyone can reverse engineer your models if they come into use. So for the solution is the tiny ML or edge computing or edge AI is coming. Basically, everybody is focusing on that, where you can controller itself can do all this AI computing locally. So
okay.
also it is going to enable a low latency and first
Nice.
yeah.
So Aditya, one more question that this session is very fruitful
Yeah.
for all startups and incubators in AI and ML domain with hardware experience also. So
Yes.
I like that slide that you presented the board, the Bengal, Arduino, Neo, Jetson,
Yeah.
Teensy,
Yeah.
Raspberry Pi, Odroid. So I like that slide, and I just request you please give
Hmm.
once in future one
Hmm.
session on the certification of AI ML product in
Okay.
with hardware. Okay.
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 So
So
certification in which domain, sir? Are you
yeah,
looking here for avionics or
Yeah,
Which
looking for the automation with AI and ML
certifications?
certification
Okay.
process. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
we will connect one more session with you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So I think this session is very fruitful for
Yeah.
startups and incubators. So
Yes.
thank you for my side.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Aditya.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Sarvesh.
Sarvesh sir, for joining us. And I would request if anyone else has any question, they can simply raise their hand and I'll allow them to speak. I guess that's all
Yeah.
from the question point of view. Thank you so much, Aditya. It was a really insightful session for us. And the startups who want to rewatch it, we have live streamed it in our YouTube channel, Incubator ITK.
Yeah.
You can visit our YouTube channel and watch it there.
Yeah.
Thank you
Sure.
so much, Aditya,
Sure,
for joining us today.
Sure, Rishabh. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.